Now we're going to discuss data entry. You can do data entry in tables or in forms. Either way, I'm going to tell you a couple of shortcuts that are really useful. If you do Control apostrophe, it copies the entry from the row above. That's really useful because typically you might be entering similar data. So it might have the same address, the same date, for example, and you can copy that from the row above. Another really useful one is to do Control semicolon, because that puts in today's date. So it's quite a common thing to enter today's date into an entry in a database, and that's just a quick way of doing it, and it works with any different localized keyboard or anything. Control semicolon drops today's date in. Now you can do data entry in tables or in forms. Tables are fine, it's a grid-like view and you can enter data into there. They do have a little bit of functionality because they can show data from a related table. So rather than showing an employee ID, for example, they would actually show the employee's name, and you can set that up. But a form gives you a bit more control. A form can be created to show a much more graphically rich presentation to the user, to make it more user-friendly. Or you can even set up a form which looks like a table. Now you might think, why use a form that looks like a table when you could use a table? But the great thing about forms is that you may not want to have all of the columns available. Maybe some of those are just ID columns and they're not relevant to the user. They're only in there for the system to link that table to other tables. That could be hidden. There could be information that you just don't want the user to see, so that would be hidden away. So you can control what they see. Or maybe there's data being brought in from other tables, and also a form could do that. And finally, a form can also show graphical information, so you could have a picture of a user, you might be adding other multimedia information into your database, and that could be presented in a form. So now let's have a look at using Access 2013 to do some data entry.